Welcome to Fastang 444. I can hear a drop behind me, and I am starting in what I call the greenhouse area east of Teotihuacan. So I will move to the road right next to where this drop will be. It's kind of in line to the end of that greenhouse, if you noticed. So hopefully I find at least a mid-level drop at the beginning is what I like, but it is a level 2 Ford Escort. Look at the number of drivers left. There are 13 drivers in this entire game. In this game, it seemed to take a long time for it to find other players to start. So I don't know if there was a problem with the server or what was going on. Now it's down to 12, and I usually don't notice that, but I noticed it right about here after I took this drop, that there were 12 drivers left. So my goal is just to make the final showdown. Hopefully I can, if it gets to 2 or 3 players right around the end and I am in a higher level car, I can win it before the final showdown. But I have to use caution and not get too aggressive, because I don't know what the other drivers are in. I am always focused on my game and obstructions and not watching what everyone else is doing as far as engaging in head-to-heads and what they're in. And I'll take this focus, and I'll pause this coming up here. Look at the number of drivers right here. Including myself, there's 4. So a third of the field is right here. So I will engage in a head-to-head. This winds up being a level 1 Nissan Tsuru. And the finish is west. So I will start going west on the highway. I think 2 of those cars over on the left engaged in a head-to-head. It did. And there is a car behind me on the highway that is following me. So they very well may be in a higher level car. I'm not sure. So I have to keep that in mind. And there's another car over on now the highway in front of me. And the finish is over on the left with this road that kind of parallels this. There's that car there. That was a Nissan Tsuru. And here is where I make a fatal error. I am so focused on looking behind me. If that other car is following me, I drive off the bridge and flip. Fortunately, I don't reset. I roll over on my wheels after 2 rollovers, and I'm up against these trees, so I gotta go around the trees. I may lose this head-to-head to a level 1 Nissan Tsuru, not even make the final. Fortunately, I got to the finish before they did. Almost a fatal move. I know not to pay attention to what other people are doing. And I know also part of it is it's such a small field. People are going to be a little more aggressive following the few that are in the game around. So I will jump ahead. I wound up getting out of the Exocet. I found this Maserati Levante, and I took that because I know it has a higher level speed, and I am just going to try and make the final showdown. Look at that. There's a Lamborghini Centenario level 10 in this game. I will go take a glance at these drops, just the outside chance one of these is faster than what I have. If not, I will turn left and get on the highway heading east. Now I am going to head the direction of the head-to-head. I call this full send it. Just send it, and hopefully someone is going the wrong direction or parked, and this is exactly what happens. I get over and get into a head-to-head with this other level 5, and I just get back over on the highway, even though the finish is just north of the highway over here. Gain some speed and then angle over to the finish. As I am leveling up, I will go over towards the highway. I declined leveling up into the Chola. I believe the Maserati Levante has a higher top speed. And the other driver just finished a head-to-head, and it is going to be a 2-car final showdown. They wind up taking a Funko. And I am contemplating if they stay to the west going east and influence the finish east, but as I am contemplating that, here they come. They're coming right this way. They are skilled enough to know that tactic, and I think right here they were going to try and ram me off of the bridge, and they missed their opportunity, and I will lose a westbound highway run against them, so I make a split-second decision to head northwest and influence the finish this direction, which works. And you notice I wasn't outside of the arena, just my direction influenced the finish. So here's the trapezoid area I know to avoid. I'll go through this intersection. You can see all the buildings around both sides of that. Now I will angle over the direction of the finish. I think the finish may be around the Bat's Head. I will know as I get closer and it appears on the mini-map. And they are coming on quick. Well, they should be. They are in a Funko level 10. And right here is where I see the Bat's Head, and I make an error. I should angle a little to the right and be right across the top of the Bat's Head. I know there are trees on this line. Well, I couldn't afford to hit that tree. I will forge ahead. Just the outside chance they hit a tree or roll and reset, but it does not look as though that's happening, so I'm bouncing off of trees over here. Well, I gave it a shot. This game I'm trying to start on this little peninsula that's along the riverbank. And potentially there could have been a drop here or one across the river, and I do not see one in either location, so I am going to move. I will move over to this little village that's in the south, close to the road that has the tunnels. And as the game is starting, there isn't a drop around here. But I will show you this just to show you there were 44 drivers at the beginning of this game, not the 13 like the previous game I showed you. The final arena will be in the southeast. I will jump ahead here where I am an aerial nomad. I only had one head-to-head this game. I tried engaging in head-to-heads around the perimeter of the arena, but I was not successful other than that one head-to-head. So now I am going to get in position for the final showdown as the arena is shrinking. I I don't believe there would be enough time to complete a head-to-head now. And right when I get to about here, I can see the other two drivers are engaged in a head-to-head. So this will be a 2-car final showdown, and I am up against a Funko. Shows there. And this is the point I normally leave from, so I will stop here.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see this point on the map that I like to leave from for Arena 7, and normally I would follow the road that leads to the leading edge that green arrow is on. Arena 6 I would go at a northwest direction, and because this is a 2-car final, I am in a slower car. I decide I am going northwest, similar to the direction I would head for Arena 6. They're kind of paused at that road back there. So I'll get between these buildings and left of this rock face that's at the top of this hill here. Too far right, there's rock face, and I was successful in influencing the finish northwest. I need a perfectly clean run through here, and I'm hoping actually they run into some trees back there to slow them down, because they have a much faster vehicle. They should be able to make up the lost distance between us. And it looks like the finish is in Copper Canyon. So it is. So you can see kind of that rock face there. I want to be just right of that. There's a gap there that I can go up right of that rock face. Farther to the right, there's a narrow rock face right at the ridge, and if you go too far right, you will not get up there. You can see what I'm talking about at this point. That's what you'll run into. And at this point, I need to go to the left to get up this gap between the rock face on the left and the right. I know to continue on this line, you can see another rock face there just on the right. Get over on this road and follow this line and then jump down into the canyon. So I have a shot at winning this if I can get a clean jump down into the canyon here. Oh, this is where the stairs are down into the canyon. I call them around these switchbacks. There are stairs down to each switchback. Come on, let's go. I got it. Do I have it? Oh, yeah.
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
Thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching my videos, and I hope you enjoy every one of them. If you have been, I need your help. It doesn't cost anything. Click that subscribe button on the bottom right.